we just hear it on the doorstep, time and again, people saying, well, yeah, we've always been Labour, but we're worried about you nationally, and we don't know what to do. The national election is going to be decided elsewhere, and it's going to be decided in favour of another Tory government. They have called it because they know they're going to win, and so who do you want locally? And I mean, James, what is your sense of going out over the last few days?
There's maybe an 80-90% chance that they're sticking with us, but there's that remaining 10% that either aren't sure or they're swinging away from us.
I feel it is not as high as 80 or 90% actually.
Hello, I'm Simon Fell, I'm the Conservative candidate.
I do apologise for being in my...
That's quite all right.
You kind of just picture Theresa May of a morning setting off to go to Parliament on the A590. She'd never get there.
She wouldn't.
She would never get there, would she? And something would be done about it because it'd be in her backyard. Oh. And this is what I think it's very frustrating for everybody, because it always, you know, and it's not sort of not to you or anybody else, but we just always feel that this part of the country is just, like I say, just get everything palmed off, the dirty work, the construction and this, just have it up there, just tuck them away.
Okay, let's move over. Can we move?
Are you rolling?
Yep.
A Tory nodding dog won't be there for you. A Tory nodding dog won't be there for you when it matters. My record shows I've always put you first. Please re-elect me on 8th of June.
Okay, one more time.
Yep.
And I may just nail it.
Are you campaigning on the manifesto, John?
So any discussion of Labour's manifesto is actually slightly artificial, because it can show what our values are as a party, but when people understand actually that the Tories are going to win nationally, they view it in a different light.
There. 2A.
It's her policies on education I don't like.
Okay.
I don't like the way she's putting pressure on the kids, and she's increasing that.
So in terms...
This is Theresa May.
Mm-hmm.
Justine Greening, the Education Secretary, you know, she is a comprehensive girl. You know, this is the job she's wanted all of her life. I think now we're going to see a bit of a shift towards, you know, the priorities she's after.
We had in Cameron the heir to Blair, and we now have in Theresa May someone who's recognised as a tough leader who will knuckle down and get the job done. And her brand of conservatism is really different. You know, it is, you know, she wants to turn us into the Workers' Party, and she means it.
What makes you qualified to represent Barrow and Furness in Parliament?
It's where we go shopping.
Your business is in
Coniston. Yeah.
So you don't live in the constituency?
No.
I've actually put a bet on the punter. Who's going to get sacked first, Corbyn or Woodcock by Corbyn?
One horse race, Alan, I'm afraid. And it's frightening.
I think Nigel Farage is the most honest man I've seen in politics for a lot of years. Prior to that, well, Enoch Powell, arguably, he was not afraid to hold his line, even though the rest of the world was crashing around him. They're very few and far between.
Hello Simon, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
How's the campaign going?
Well, thank you. We've got the Secretary of State with us to discuss issues on the rail station, but also the A590 and the A595.
Yeah, I've been up looking at roads all across Cumbria, both up in Copeland and down here in Barrow, and clearly a number of things that need doing, including the A590. Probably can't spend the next 10 years going through a farmyard.
Okay, just a little further forward. That's fab.
In Barrow, there are a higher than average proportion of people on disability living allowance or living with disabilities, and they feel that under a Conservative government they have been made to suffer.
We don't want to do anything else but support those people with disabilities who need that support. But it is reasonable that when people receive a benefit, that they should have been properly assessed as to whether they are the right people to receive that benefit.
Okay, thank you. Simon, just on to you. It's been almost 25 years since there's been a Conservative MP in Barrow.
Will anybody from the Shadow Cabinet be coming to your constituency to support you?
Well, I'd be delighted if they did. One thing that I know that I've had really good support from Cat Smith, who is a valiant shadow cabinet member for younger people. She was born in Barrow.
Right, first of all I'd like to thank you all for attending. It's a pretty miserable night out there. To my left, far left, I have Andy Fury from London and John Woodcock, who is the parliamentary candidate and ex-MP for Barrow.
Technically ex-MP, to be clear, because there are no members of Parliament. Very much hoping to continue. Anyway, sorry, don't let me interrupt you. This is the community coming together to show that we want to save the post office, and through all of the national stuff, you know, who's going to be Prime Minister, you know, this is what politics is about. I would have been happy if this general election had been called in 2020 as was planned. But now it's here. I am damn sure that we are going to make the issue of Ulverston's post office central to this campaign. I was actually put in Parliament to do right by my constituents, and that's what I've decided to do. We can't pretend to be something we're not. Actually, people can see through us, but what is important is that there are these Labour voices who will stand up for their communities.